So it has been a minute. Kevin Weeks joins us now. And Weeksy, I want to get your perspective on something I just asked Kale about. This Lightning team, you know that they're not going to blink down 3-1. They score a couple in, a minute? And the fact that the Avs absorb those body blows, they don't blink, and they find a way to win. I wonder, not that they had doubt. When you're 13-2, there's no doubt. But I wonder if the way they won in some ways is almost mentally worth more than one win in your mind.
I would say so for sure, Scott, no question. I think the equity that you're able to pull from this win, if you're the Colorado Avalanche, is massive. Why? You get off to a great start, you get out, you assert yourself. It was a great start to the game for the Colorado Avalanche. They imposed their will, they imposed their speed, their conditioning, and of course the fact that they're well rested. And then they had to take some body blows because the championship team, that is the Stanley Cup two-time repeat champs in the Tampa Bay Lightning, they're not going to go away easy.
Nope.
So the Lightning made a game of it. Vasilevsky was outstanding, but in the end, it's somebody you should know well from your parts there in D.C., the former Capital, Andre Burakovsky, that gets this win.
Yeah, we were smiling here, and we say, yeah, we miss him, man, we miss him. But you're happy for him, his first overtime goal in the playoffs. Now, that's where the game ends, obviously. I want to go way back to something that happened earlier in the game and not miss it, because I'm interested in what you thought of the penalty on Cirelli, because it led to a 5-on-3. Clearly, Cooper and Tampa Bay are like, that's no good. And, Twitter reacts however it reacts. I'm interested in what you saw there. And it's a penalty every day, or I don't know about that. What do you think?
I think it's one of those penalties I can understand why it's called, and I can also understand how Coach Coop was trying to plead his case. He knew his team wasn't looked like themselves. Cirelli's encircled here, and he goes toward Cale Makar. Now, Cale Makar comes out of the zone. He's so agile, and he goes inside, outside. He comes out of the zone. That stick gets into the feet. Now, you need to be responsible with your stick. Cirelli knows that. Everybody knows that. It's one of those calls, even with our Dave Jackson, our longtime NHL official here at ESPN, he'd probably say sometimes you call it, other times you don't. Cirelli clearly frustrated, so too is Coach Coop. That's the way it goes sometimes. But these are the margins. That's what makes the Stanley Cup Final so unique. The plays kind of go on a razor's edge from time to time. They certainly did there. And this Avalanche power play came into this game at 31%. They got a power play goal in this game as well.
Well, I mean, look, they're lethal enough on the power play. You make it 5-on-3. The odds of them scoring were massive, and ultimately they did in about the last 30 seconds of it. But then from there, the Lightning did tie it, and it was a new hockey game, so anything could happen. But I think that even though it was a while ago, it's worth getting your thoughts on. From the Lightning's perspective, they've seen it all in the last couple of years, and they've been in holes before. They've lost games, game ones in playoffs. They looked a mess in New York the first two, so I don't imagine that they'll blink. They didn't tonight. If they do anything different, or if you're in the room with that club, what are you saying?
First of all, you got to look at the watches and say start on time, because the Avalanche came out like they were shot out of a cannon, or maybe an F-22 just up the road at the U.S. Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. They were flying. And I was talking about this. We were talking about this on our show in the pregame. Is the altitude? How would that be a factor in the conditioning in the favor of the Avalanche? Well, certainly by way of their start. So Tampa didn't start well. We know that. The Avalanche came out and played well. But what I did respect in the Tampa Bay Lightning, they did not quit. They didn't pout. Andre Vasilevsky shut the door and gave them a chance. Save after save, time after time. And as you pointed out earlier, they got up off the canvas, they found their legs, and they kept swinging. That's what made this such an epic game. For both teams, quite frankly, there's a lot they can take away from this one.
I'm such an environment guy, Kevin. I don't care what sport it is, man. College football, college basketball, wherever, whatever. Paint for me and our viewers the picture of what that building felt like and sounded like tonight.
Big crowd, big atmosphere, big hype, big energy in the Mile High City with the big skies. I'm telling you right now, this place was rocking. It felt like the roof was going to come off when they scored the OT winner by Burakovsky. Their fans showed up and they showed out. NHL fans are always awesome, but I got to tell you, I've been here numerous times in this very building, a couple times here in the playoffs with ESPN. The building was always loud, the Blink 182, all the small things, the whole deal. But when they scored that game-winning goal, man, it felt like the roof was going to come off of the Ball Arena. And as Bucci said in the pregame, ball don't lie. And you're a fellow hooper, so ball don't lie. Ball didn't lie. Ball Arena did not lie. These fans came out in droves. It was electric here.
It was every bit of it. And I think, just as a last thought, you know, there was a reason before the season that people thought that this is what we'd see. And after, 63 and a half minutes, I mean, I don't know what else we could have asked for tonight. It certainly paints a picture that moving forward, the Stanley Cup Final has every chance to be just tremendous, don't you think?
Of course. You look at all the experience that we have, even on our ESPN broadcast crew, all of our colleagues here, from Bucci to Leaves to Linda to Barry, everybody. So many Stanley Cups that we've all worked. And coming into the Stanley Cup Final, we were looking at this and so compelled by the matchup. Every player I speak to in the league, every general manager and agent and coach that I speak to on a daily basis, this is going to be epic. The Avs against Tampa, offense, superstars, players, and it certainly played itself out that way. Vasilevsky made some big saves. Darcy Kemper made some timely ones. It was physical. So we couldn't have asked for a better game one to what I think can be very much an epic and compelling Stanley Cup Final. And seeing our players showcased right here on the Worldwide Leader in Sports, it's been a lot of fun. It's great for our players in our sport.
Yeah, I know a lot of folks at our shop have been waiting a long time for a night like this, and then you get an OT winner with these great teams, and your best is required on a night like this, and both teams, it felt like, brought it. Kevin, appreciate the time. We will talk again throughout the final. Thank you, man.
Thanks for having me, SVP. Keep rocking.
Always.
Thank you.
No doubt. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.